All right, now I want to speak on building sales pages for a product. Now, this is the introduction part of it, and I believe that we may likely have the second part of these lectures because it's going to be a very long video lectures. Now, if you are not used or familiarizing yourself with WordPress, now don't worry about it. Maybe subsequently I'll attach another course for concerning this. Now, let's say we want to build a particular sales page for a product. Let's assume that you want to sell a baby product and you want to create a single sales page for it so you can use this page to run ads and collect leads from your customers. Now, without further ado, let's quickly get started. Now, this is a WordPress content management system. Is a system that allows you to create pages to build, write content. For example, you can use it for blogging, you can use to build maybe a personal portfolio website, and there are many websites today that are currently running on WordPress. So and then one thing I love about the WordPress is that it's very easy to use. You don't need the knowledge of writing codes or writing HTML, CSS, and PHP and all those. So it's a simple drag and drop interface that you can easily use to build web pages of your own. Now, for a sales page is a page which is going to display number one, your product, and secondly, a description of your product, maybe for example, maybe how it works, and then other details like the call to action button, or maybe forms where customers can possibly fill, let's say, their address. It could be the address, and then other options to select from, maybe selecting it if they need two pieces of those items. So it's a page that allows users or customers to interact with your a product page or your copy. Now, for you to do that, we have this option that says sale pages. Now, go to pages and then click on all pages, which is going to display all the pages that you have on your website. I've said it before that if you are just starting newly, you may not be seeing all the other available pages. It's because I already have other pages on my website. That's why you can see all these other pages. So if you are starting a new website, you'll be seeing only maybe few pages like the contact or maybe privacy policy and some other pages. Now let's give it a name. Let's just call it baby product. You can give it any title. This title does not really matter, and you are not going to allow Google search to see that on the search result. Now this is a baby product page, and the next thing we have to do is for you to select this default template. Make sure you choose Elementor Canvas. And now before this, we are supposed to cover something which is installing plugins. Now let's leave it at Elementor Canvas here and then publish. So I'll get back to the Elementor page builder. Now, okay, let's go to home again. Please take note of the page we created. I didn't want these lectures to be so long. If not, I would have sectioned these videos to be installing plugins and before we proceed to creating this page. Now, before now, there's what is called plugins, and plugins are like apps, small apps that extend the functionalities of your website. And WordPress has what is called the Elementor page builder, right? It's a plugin that allows you to click, drag, and drop. For example, if you are about building a website, you don't necessarily need to start writing, code for maybe padding, adding the margins, adding images. All you have to do is just to click, drag an image box, drag a video, and then include a YouTube link or download the video somewhere or the image somewhere and then upload it. And this allows this thing to display. Now I already have Elementor installed here and activated. In WordPress, once you install a plugin, the next thing you have to do is to activate that plugin. So let's say we want to install this plugin. Remember, we already have that, so we are not going to install it 2 times. So go to add new plugin here. So click on add new plugin. And once you are done with that, there is going to be availability of, display of all these plugins. We have the classic editor. You may not really understand some of these things because this is not a WordPress class. I'm just showing you some things that you are going to be seeing if you really want to build your sales page yourself. Now we have the tab called popular. So click on popular. You can see some of the popular plugins that WordPress has, and one of them is this 5 million active installations. That is Elementor website builder. Now, if you click on here, it's already active. That's why we can see active here. So that is a plugin we are going to be using. Now we also have a plugin called the contact. All right, let's leave this for now. But there's a plugin we are supposed to install, which is called the contact form. So let's click on install now. It's a contact form. This plugin will enable you to build forms on your website. Let's assume that we want to collect details from our customers on our website. So you can use these forms to do that. So once you install, I've activated it. Now let's go back to this page. And what you are going to be doing here is for us to edit with Elementor. Now, if you have Elementor installed, you'll see this feature that says edit with Elementor. So click on edit with Elementor. And remember to check this template to Elementor Canvas. It's very important, Elementor Canvas. Then allow the page to load. Then while the page is loading, let's head over here and then we will see that plugin we installed, which is the WP Forms. Now go to all forms. So we have all forms here. Now you can add more forms to this. We have this one that says data analysis. These are some of the forms that I created and we have some entries. Now just click on add new. All right, we are trying to build a form to collect details from our customers. Now click on create blank form. And okay, I think this page has finished loading. So let's say we want to collect information such as the user, let's say their name. So drag a name and drop here. We have the name here, drag to drop, which is the first and last name of the customer. And we also have something like the address of the customer. Guys should put address here, line 1, line 2. If you don't really need all the zip code, you can click on this and then we check advanced. What do you want to hide? Let's hide the zip code because they may not really know their zip code. Then for the state, please make sure that the state is enabled. Then for address line 2, we don't really need address line 2. Address line 1 is okay, city, state. So I think this is enough. So let's go back to add field. We may really want to get the phone number. All right, phone number, which is here. So just drag phone and keep here. So you can put the phone number here. We can really, for now, let's leave it and then let's go back to the field and then under here click on the blank form and then let's give it a name. Let's just call it customer form. All right, and I think that is all. Customer form. Then come over here. This is where we are to design the sales page. And the first thing you have to do, I think we may likely need a model or a prototype for us to build this. Let's assume we are selling baby products. There's a way to do this. We can use ChatGPT. For now to generate content for our sales page. So let's just say give me a sales copy for a baby product. All right, so this is a baby product introducing Baby Soft, the ultimate comfort for your little one. Let's just assume that this is what we are building, all right, for this sales page. So let's move this. This is going to be the title or the heading. So let's go here and then we include, click on plus, click on this. All right, click on this and then we drag something called the heading. So if we drag the heading, you can actually drag the heading here and then you paste here. All right. Then here, make sure you tick full width, no gap, right? Full width. And then once you click on this, let's just style this to center this inside. And then once we center this, let's go to advanced. And then we want to add some margin, some padding to it. So let's add our padding. Let's just put padding here to be 20. And yeah, we can add a background here. So let's add style. Let's go to style, go to background classic, and let's change, let's say the background here to black. And then for our text inside, we can add a style, and then the text color, we can choose it white. Click update. So here, introducing Baby Soft, the ultimate comfort for your little ones. Then the next thing is to click on this parenthood. Let's just copy this. Let's copy that first. All right. You really know what you want. So I'm just using ChatGPT to generate content. So whenever you are running ads for your business or a product, you need a sales copywriter, obviously. But if you can write this copy yourself, you don't have problem. So go to typography, increase the size of this. So you can increase the size of this. For the first one, let's just go to typography. And then for the font size, let's increase the font size a little more. And then for this, let's just make sure that we give a padding of about 20, right? And then we can actually change the font style from default. Let's just say popping. So let's use popping here. Yeah. So now you can go here to check okay, now let's just say we have images for baby, let's say baby product. Let's just say any of the baby products. Let's go to images. uh let's say that we are selling this item here. Let's say this is what we are selling. So you can either right click here and then you have to download this image. So save as, it will save in your directory, that's your download. So make sure you save it your downloads, and then just click on save while the file format is that way. Okay, so all right, so I think we have here, so we can come here and then include an image. So include an image, click plus sign. Let's go with this layout, click plus and then add image here, and then choose an image. For the image, let's select the image from our directory, click on select files, and then let's check if that image is going to work, because WordPress has different acceptable file formats. Okay, it's working. .webp. So it can come in the form of JPEG, right? It can come in the form of JPEG. So let me close some of these tabs here. Close some of these tabs here. Then we also have let's say that's the first product we had to add here. That's the product image. So you can add as many product images as possible. You can even right click here and duplicate, or you can even click on here and then we have different structure for your Elementor here. So you can copy this image, you can copy this and then right click on here and then we paste here. You can paste here, you can paste here. So in your case, what you are going to do is that you need to have multiple variations of these images, or let's just assume that it is from AliExpress, or let's say Alibaba, and then you have a baby product, let's say baby product. So the baby product, what you do is you pick a product. Let's just say this particular product you want to sell. Now go to this image and then just double click on this. Just let the page to complete loading. So double click on this, right click and save image as, and you should see a pop-up. So save it in your file. This is .avif. I don't really know if WordPress is going to accept that file format, but let's just click on this and then choose image, go to upload, select your files, and let's just see if it's going to work. But if it doesn't, that means it doesn't accept the file format. Wow, I think it's working. So click on select and then we have the picture here. So get as many images as possible. Click on here. So we have another image here. So click on here. So that's how to get images for a product or sales copy or copy product page. Now, once you are done with that, you can begin to add something called the call to action button. You can select this structure here and then, add like a button. We have a button here, button element. So drag the button element obviously from here and then put it here. And then you can just type here, click here to buy now. Then you centralize it, go to styles and then centralize it to the middle. So we have the color of this stuff. So we have the different color for it. So you can turn it to red, and you can even increase something like you can add a link. So here that is showing you hash. So this is a link that you are going to be sending to maybe a place where they will make payments. So you can either connect to your WhatsApp. If you're using WhatsApp Business, get the WhatsApp link for your business and then paste it here. So once they click it, they'll come straight to your WhatsApp. But if you want them to make payment online, you can also include, let's say, Paystack or Flutterwave link. We are going to be looking at that to generate those things for it. So you allow people to pay. So you can tell them click here to buy now, and then we have something like I think the lectures is getting longer, so I'm going to be cutting in a few moments from now. Now click here to buy. Let's assume that these are the people that wants to buy online. So you can just add something like a description here. So it's going to be text editor. So let's say put a bracket if you are only interested in making payments online. That is before delivery. So making payment online simply means they have to make payment before this item is delivered to them. So we have what is called the margin. So we can include the margin for the top and the bottom. For example, we want to extend it by 50 so it doesn't cluster with the above elements. So 50 again at the bottom so it doesn't cluster with this. So I think you can even leave this as 0 so that this text doesn't match. So you can then click on this, and then at the advanced at the bottom you then include like a 50. So there's going to be 50 pixel. I think that's a mistake here. So going to be 50 pixel at the bottom so that any other element can come 50 pixel, after. So basically this is simply how you can build sales pages. Then if you want to include a form that you've created, you can click on here. Now once you go to that form, you can click on save. Now once you click on save or click on embed, and now let's use a shortcode. Number one says you can select an existing page you want to embed it, or you create a new page. You can also embed form manually. So this is what you want to do. So we use a shortcode, and then we have this shortcode. Now if you go here, select a layout, and then just click on shortcode here. So we have a shortcode element. Drag the element here, and then you paste that shortcode you copied, and we can see we have our form here. So we have our form here. So you can also include like a padding of let's say about 20. So our form will fit here. So we have our submit button. So once the customer comes, you put the first name, last name, address, and then the state the person is, coming from. If you check this state is in United States, there's a way to do that. You can actually change the state, all right? Can actually change the state to your home country. This is scheme. We have international, so make sure you select international. All right, it's going to be international. Just click on save again. All right, that's going to be international. So we've completed the design of our sales page. And then I talked about adding links. So if you have a link here, let's say a link that is generated from Paystack or Flutterwave, now all you have to do is for you to include that link here. Just include it, and then you update your page. So thank you so much. This is going to be the part 1 of it, and hopefully we are going to be making another lecture for the part 2, where you can see how this whole page was completely designed. Now once you are done with this, a page is generated, and you can see that at the page. Let's just close this and then go to pages, and the page name was baby product. So if you go to pages and then you search for baby product, so we have baby product. Now you can decide to view this page. All right, you can decide to view this page here. So this is the link which you are going to be using whenever you are running ads. So you also have to copy this link and then go to your Facebook or TikTok or wherever you want to do it. And while you're running ad, include that link, and then people can visit your sales page to make purchase. So I'm really going to stop here. So see you some other time.